Trade deadline, July, all that fun stuff is over, and the guy that we called up last episode or last time out, Joe Rock, now in Cincinnati, working on a complete game shutout here against Cincinnati Reds. We've loved what we've seen from Joe in his limited time. Had a decent debut. He got hit around a little bit, not going to lie. But this is a very encouraging sign as Kyle Farmer down in a full count. 3-2 on him in the bottom of the 8th inning, and we'll strike him out. The interesting here is, look at this scoreboard graphic when it pops up, however. The Colorado Rockies offense has yet to have a hit. So not only are we shutting out the Reds, they're shutting out us completely. And it took until Victor Vodnik came in for the 9th. Rockies are going to finish things out. Well, if we look at the end of the game, we ended up winning on an Ezekiel Tovar RBI single. We needed one hit all game. Came in the 11th inning. What a weird game. This will bring us to a full game here, as this August, not a lot happened. There wasn't really too much stuff that went down, kind of just run-of-the-mill stuff. So we're going to take on the Oakland Athletics here, 57-70. We're 43-84. And this is a team that we're going to be measuring our success with. As they build, we build, and obviously you want to be better than them. Guys like Pittsburgh, guys like the White Sox, guys like the Nationals. Teams are perpetually picking where we've been picking over the last few years is who we are kind of measuring ourselves against. If they're getting better, we should be at their end or better. And look at this. We got an 0-2 down to them here. They beat us in Game 1 and beat us in Game 2. We're trying to flip that script. We got Coors heavy on the mound. Sixto Sanchez, 1-3 record, 5.76 ERA. Most of those stats coming with the Rockies after being traded from the Marlins. And to end inning number 1, he's going to get Zach Geloff looking at that on your shoulders. Isn't going to help anybody. And we will get out of the first inning 1, 2, 3 like. Sixto dotting corners early. The Athletics are going to trot out Mitch Spence, a former Rule 5 pick so far. Has only played in one game this season. A start that went 6 innings and went particularly well for him. And Ezekiel Tovar is going to get that fastball middle, send it back the way it came, even a little bit harder, and start the Rockies offense up with a single here in the bottom of the first inning. Nolan Jones up next, have a career year, 287, leading into some home run power, but he'll get robbed. Jacob Wilson, one of their top overall picks a season or two ago, he is going to rob Nolan Jones of a base hit. The A's will turn 2, and an exciting first inning defensively for the Oakland Athletics as they have a Sports Center worthy turn up the middle. Top 2, Ryan Noda is going to ground out to Adele Amador, who repays the favor, gets down and dirty. And let's take another look at this one. Adele really impressing, just getting used to playing second base. Even though it technically is easier than shortstop, still a position he hasn't really played, so he has to get used to that. Has gotten some spring training reps at second, but really kind of coming along. Gavin Sheets, a guy we thought about trading for, a guy who will probably always be on my radar. I like his skill set as a potential first baseman for us in the future. He gets on. Tristan Peters is going to take that curveball generously, as this is his first game up here with the Athletics, and he is going to take this fastball the other way, actually a changeup, and that is going to pop up over the seats and be the first career hit and RBI for Tristan Peters. Congratulations, that young man, but it feels like every game we have a young kid making a name for themselves against us. You hate to see that. Yanquiel Fernandez is going to go the other way as the Rockies are going to try to put a run on the board. Coming around to score is Chris Bryant. In the second base is Yanquiel, and that's going to be a double to tie things up at 1. Jordan Beck, 228 hitter so far in his short time with us. This one's high, this one's deep, this one's going to the track, and this will be caught out there in left field. Fernandez left a little bit early thinking there's no way that's going to be caught, and had to retreat back to second base. So not only is that a spectacular out, but no advancement by the runner. You see Beck frustrated, just missed. Brenton Doyle is going to lace one down the line. This is going to bring Fernandez home as he was sitting at third base. Coming around the score all the way from first is Zach Venus. He's in there just ahead of the tag. And Brenton Doyle puts 2 on the board with that team-leading 22nd double of the season. Again, he's not going to do too much with the bat, but when he does, it's always a positive, and what he does with the glove is a positive in itself. And Jordan Beck didn't miss this one. This is high into the Colorado sky. As you can tell, been busy with paperwork and trying to figure out roster moves. It is all in the head. But Beck, after I butcher his home run call there, he adds to the run total here in Colorado. 4-1 as we head into the top of the 7th inning. As getting a big strikeout was Ryan Weathers, as not much happened, and we fast forward to the 7th inning, and Weathers started off the season rocky, pun not intended, but has really come back to earth, which is a good sign. Seiko Tovar has been excelling this season after a pretty poor first year with us, and he's going to go the opposite way, dump this in front of the right fielder out there and score a run, make it 5-1 Colorado Rockies. They're looking to try to close this one out, and they'll try to do that pretty shortly here. Tovar just staying inside that pitch and sending it the other way. Again, something we did not see from them a season ago. So it's very nice to see him really bounce back in a big way. Nolan Jones is going to go the opposite field. Can't get robbed by the shortstop if you hit it into left center field. One comes around, Tovar on his horse, blowing past third base. And Nolan Jones, as that ball gets away, it was recovered pretty speedily, and he'll run into an out. 7-1 Colorado Rockies putting on a show here. Riley Pint is going to get a strikeout as Zach Geloff down for the second time today by strikes. Brings up Ryan Noda, man on first base. Top 8. Fastball in there. Noda, a patient hitter, as he takes that one in the dirt. Romo up firing and out at second base. It looks like Jacob Wilson. So this is what Drew Romo brings to this team, is his defensive kind of wears that defensive capabilities like a badge of honor. His stick might not be the best, but if he can really be well behind the plate, he's going to be a catcher here for a long time. And good thing they eliminated that runner, because now a 2-run home run turns into a solo shot as Ryan Noda leaves the building. A big blast for the big lefty from Oakland. Sweet swing, too. Again, a guy who's going to draw a lot of walks. And speaking of a sweet swing, Tyler Soderstrom, the real deal, Holyfield, he takes this one very deep into center field. Is this one going to stretch over 475 feet? Look at it one more time. Just connects with it perfectly. Nothing says you're on a ball more than a straight shot deep center field going almost 480 feet. We're going to bring in Justin Lawrence, and he has been an experience so far, to say the least, and his ERA over 6 is probably going to go up after this Esteury Ruiz triple that brings in 2 runs. And Ruiz, now the game-tying run with 1 out here in the 9th inning, stands 90 feet away. His 11th triple of the season. Puts that one in the opposite field, and that's a beautiful, beautiful swing by Ruiz. Brings up Jacob Wilson, who's had a good game. Bryant will field it, take himself to the bag, but Ruiz will come around to score. And with Colorado being the offensive ballpark that it is, you're kind of on your edge of your seat here. As Zach Geloff, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Chris Bryant is going to be under it, and that will put the final out away. Good thing the Rockies got those insurance runs when they did. Nolan Jones and Ezekiel Tovar coming through late. They needed every single run to score in this one, as they defeat the Oakland A's and avoid getting swept. We'll lose the series, however, 2-1. But we do not get swept, which is a little victory for us, and we'll take it. Checking on the box score here, as Ruiz had a couple hits. Jacob Wilson was very, very good today, and Tristan Peters got 2 hits, including an RBI double. Mitch Spence went 5 innings, gave up 4. Adrian Martinez gave up 3 runs, none of them earned, however. Tovar, Jones, Bryant in the middle of that lineup each collected multiple hits. Jordan Beck and Brenton Doyle extra base hits for them, with Beck that solo home run, and Sixto. Pretty good day on the bump. This will bring us to the Toronto Blue Jays game, as Dante's son coming to town as we take on the Blue Jays about a few days after that Oakland game. And Nolan Jones getting ready for this one. You got Vladdy's son, you got Craig's son, you got Dante's son, and all those guys are having great starts to their MLB careers, and just having not a great start to this season. German Marquez that started in 7 games before being demoted to the bullpen. He's going to start off nicely here. 1-2-3 goes down Isaiah Falefa. As he's set down on 3 pitches. But that's about the only good thing Marquez is going to do today. And you will see why not too long from now. Kevin Kiermaier is going to get the day started with a roped double. That's going to kick off the big fence there by the bullpen. Zach Fien's going to get it in, and Kiermaier actually thinking 3, and he'll get it. Again, that spacious outfield allowed Kiermaier to roll all the way over to third base. And really, truthfully, did not matter what base Kiermaier is on. As coming over, firing, and out. So look at that. Nolan Jones says, "No, sirree, Bob, you're not scoring on my watch." And cuts down the run, keeps it a 0-0 ball game. And it kind of didn't matter that Kiermaier was over there at third base, as we wouldn't have seen this highlight throw. And really the only Rockies highlight we'll see today, because the next batter is Vlad Guerrero, and he is giving NASA problems because they just saw an unidentified object in orbit, as that one absolutely smoked into the outfield. Vlad Jr., you can touch them all, good sir. 28 home runs, 106 off the bat, 450. Yeah, and just catching that ball off the bat, kind of how Barry Bonds said that's why he was so good at hitting home runs, because he would catch the ball with his bat. He'd also eat his vitamins every day. George Springer turning back the clock against us. This one's going to find a lot of grass, and 2 runs will come in to score. As Springer is going to stand up on second base and make this one a 4-0 lead for the Blue Jays, and we have not got out of the first inning yet. Now it is Spencer Horwitz who is going to take this one deep into right center field, and this one will clear the fencing out there. Now it's 6-0 Blue Jays, and this guy is taking us deep. I can understand Vlad Jr. I can get that. Spencer Horwitz? Insert Snoop Dogg Who meme here. I mean, that was, it's German Marquez. You can safely say weren't going to get much value out of him at the trade deadline. This brings up Kevin Biggio, and Craig's kid is going to go down. So we start the inning off with a strikeout, end with a strikeout. If you want something positive from that inning, there you go. Alex Manoah, he is turned a tumultuous 2023 into a decent 2024 and an okay 2025. Is this one, we're back to Blue Jays highlights, as we did not have anything for Manoah in the first inning, but Alejandro Kirk, the largest catcher in the game, going to make the 7-0 ball game. Drew Romo with the runners on the corner, and just our luck, if he does not steal, then that ball probably gets through, and that's a run for the Rockies, but we're going to have to settle with nothing and like it. 10-0 now, as we're not even showing the runs, as we'll show this one. Nolan Jones absolutely belts this one. It is now 2-10, and really, that's the third run he's helped us get, because he did take 1 run off the board for the Blue Jays. So I'm going to call that one a 3-run day for Nolan Jones so far. The 2-run home run and the 1 defensive run saved. We'll call that 3 runs for Nolan Jones he's responsible for. Later on, Yanquiel Fernandez is going to take this one for a ride as that one left middle, mistake pitch, and that's how hitters make their money off of pitcher mistakes. Now it's officially 10-3, and Yanquiel taking that one a whole long way. Only 99 exit velo, only 427, as that's one of the weaker end of the home run scale we'll see at this ballpark, but still impressive nonetheless. Bo Bichette, they thought he was robbed of an RBI in that first inning, so he's going to come over and get 2, just rub it in our face here, make it 13-3. And this one, as ugly as it possibly can get, and even more. Yanquiel now with a 14-3 deficit, as this one was a slog to watch, and I appreciate those who are still in here. And don't look now, but the Rockies might make this one a game, as Fernandez is going to be standing up on second base. 2 runs come across the score, 3 RBI day for Yanquiel, and now it's 14-5. That's not too bad. Spencer Horwitz is up, and he heard me making fun of him, and if a death punch wasn't thrown already, there it is. As that is going to put a bow on this one. It is a lot to a little, 20-7 here in the bottom of the 7th, as this one was interesting to say the least. We got absolutely pulverized at home. No bueno, no bueno. But that is how things are going to end up for us in August. And this is kind of this episode is kind of a culmination of the season. I mean, you have a close win and then just absolutely body bagged. And that's just kind of how it's been. Everyone with multiple hits on the Blue Jays. Some guys, Horowitz went 5 for 6. Like, how the hell does that even fucking happen? And we ended up putting up some offense. Usually when you get 12 hits and put up 7 runs, you're most likely going to win that one. Drew Romo hit a home run we didn't even show. But when your pitching lineup looks like that, it's gonna be a bad time. Here we are. We're gonna check on some standings as we head to September. The National League East looks like it's the Phillies, the Cubs here in the Central, and the Dodgers above everybody by a whole bunch in the National League West. Us in the basement. Diamondbacks, Braves, Giants lead here in the wild card with Miami right there, and Pittsburgh kind of looking from the outside in. American League East is huge. We got 3 games basically separating everybody. And you have the Twins running away with it and the Astros running away with it. The Rangers, Yankees, Red Sox, Rays all in the wild card or a game out. Mariners 3 games out for them. And again, it is wild stuff. It is also time for September call-ups and just some roster moves, and obviously, very clearly, we just have a lot to do, and there's not really many heroes here. I don't think we're going to call up any of our young pitchers in their first season. I don't think that helps them at all. I would like them to finish out in AA, do their thing, and we will see them when we see them, I guess. So Feltner's going to come up, and we're going to move some guys around in AA, AAA, single A, kind of see what they go there. You can see as it all kind of goes in fast motion. Sean Bouchard is going to be our call-up offensively. And again, we're just going to kind of move guys around where we see fit. And that's going to be it. So here's the rest of our lineup, our rotation going into the remainder of the season. One more episode and we're done here. So we'll see you then in September.